I had this crazy realization this morning when I was talking to my dad, okay? I just want to say that personal development, meaning getting up at 4:30, following routines, creating healthier habits, getting in shape, eating healthier, those sorts of things have very little to do with you and everything to do with the people that you're surrounded by. Let me explain. Last night, I was talking to my dad, right? And I was just sharing some scripture with him, and he's at a point in his life where he feels so stuck, so lost. He doesn't know where he's headed. He has no direction, doesn't have any goals, doesn't understand his values, and it just makes him feel angry, frustrated, anxious. He's always overthinking, and it's killing his peace. And he literally just thinks that he'd be better off dead than alive. And I know a lot of people feel that way. But what's good about all of this is that he came to me for advice and help. Because this morning I saw him, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, I'm not doing too good at all, really. I was like, oh, okay, well, what's going on and stuff. And I kind of already know what's going on, but I just wanted him to talk more about it. We were talking for a little bit. I was saying like, hey, I think you should do this, and we can talk more about it when you get home from work. And bro, what was crazy to me is that he felt so much better afterwards. He's like, yeah, you're right, I know. And he obviously had some questions afterwards, but we're going to go over it later. I'm going to help him. But I want to tell you something. That's what personal development is all about. It's not just about getting in shape, looking better, seeking validation, or proving anything to anyone. It's about bringing other people up with you. It's about leading, protecting, providing. My whole goal, I say this all the time in other YouTube videos, I am becoming this version of me so that I can be the leader. I'm going to protect, provide for my future wife and my future kids. That's the whole goal. And I want to tell you that it is so rewarding. This is where all of the fulfillment comes from. It's not just about looking good, not just about feeling good. Obviously, those things are great. But if you have selfish ambition, meaning all you're thinking about is how you can prioritize yourself and how you can have power, you're going to get burnt out at some point, and eventually you're going to no longer care. But if you focus on yourself and you root it in, I'm becoming the man that God has called me to be. I'm becoming the man that the scriptures say we need to live. And I'm becoming the man that my friends, family, coworkers, loved ones, doesn't matter. I'm becoming that version of me for them so that I can be there for them. That's what it's all about. It's not just about you. It's actually really selfish to just work on yourself only for you. But I learned that this is where the fulfillment comes from. It's having the ability to make an impact in other people's lives, to help them grow in faith. This is why I do what I do. This is why I do coaching. It's because it's what gives me purpose. We are meant to make an impact. We're meant to bring others up. We're meant to work on ourselves to help other people, to bring them closer to God. That is our purpose. That's what we're supposed to do as men. So when you root it in everything else, like strengthening your relationship with the Lord, becoming the man that you're called to be for everyone around you, you can't give up. You can't make excuses. And when that 4:30 alarm goes off, or when you want to skip the gym, it's no longer about you. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's like, I got to show up for them. Not only am I letting myself down, but I'm letting them down too. I'm letting God down. What I've learned is that ever since I've been working on my personal development, like being all in, I'm talking reading more scripture, going to the gym, understanding why we think the way we do, why we act the way we do, leading by example, so many people just run to me for help and advice. And I'm not just talking about on social media. I'm saying the people that I'm surrounded by, friends, family, coworkers. And you'll recognize that people will you'll start to attract people into your life, because when they're at their lowest point, they'll be like, hey, I just want to talk to you. And they'll be more vulnerable with you. And I'm telling you, that is when you will feel the most fulfilled. You'll find so much reward in that. Please remember, understand this. When that 4:30 alarm goes off, or you decide to skip the gym or not track your macros or read scripture, you're only thinking about yourself. You're only thinking about how it's inconvenient for you and how it's uncomfortable in the moment, but you're not considering how it's going to affect other people. So if your future wife or your future kids, or maybe you already have a wife and kids, they come to you for advice, you're gonna be like, oh, sorry, I don't really know. And you're just gonna say, oh yeah, sorry, I don't really know how to get in shape. I never really understood the frameworks behind personal development, or how to create new habits or goals for myself, or I never understood the principles behind fitness and nutrition. So now you're under personal developed. You don't have control over your emotions, your actions, your behaviors, your thoughts. You don't understand how to actually get in shape. And so who's going to come to you for advice? No one. And you're going to always question, what is my purpose? Why am I here? You're meant to make an impact. And by you not putting in the work, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because you're almost eliminating the potential that you have to actually find your purpose. Like, you could find your purpose by just putting in the work. Because when you bring others up, it's like, I don't even need anything else. I'm changing other people's lives. So that's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say this morning. When you want to give up, root it in something deeper. Understand that it's to glorify God and to be the leader for the people you're surrounded by.